Hello everyone. It is September 1st and it is the start of the Howl at the Moon DP event. Today has been a very busy day. I was not home, just getting in, and guess what? I did not design my bling. So I said before I even start to put down some drills, I am going to go through and design the bling for this canvas. And I decided that I'm not going to do too much, but right away, I see a couple things that I want to do. So let me just walk you guys through my process. All right. So the first thing I do is get me some washi tape. And the reason I do that is because I like to section off what I'm going to bling. So let me get some washi tape that's not too flashy, not too sparkly. Okay, I got one here. Okay, I'm going to use this here, which is by Scotch, like Scotch tape, Scotch, Scotch. All right. The first thing I do is, and I have my iPad, which is to the right of me, and I have my drills, which are right in front of me here. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I usually have my iPad up and I take a look at the picture, but I have it here just so you can see it. So the first thing that pops out at me is this flower here. So I want to bling the flower. And when I say bling, I want to put extra in the flower because I can see looking at the canvas that there are some specialty drills already in there. Yes, so I see this one here, which is 132, DMC 132. So that one, and I try not to replace the specialty drills. I try to keep those on. So for example, 132, if I can show it to you really quickly, it's number 3 there. So I'm gonna try to get it out the light. So I'm not gonna replace any of the specialty drills. I usually don't use 141 anymore. I usually swap that out for Pixie. But what I'm going to do here is I am going to use some of it because if you guys don't know, Tmall released some new drills Friday and I want to get those 5200 Pixie Glow. So I do want to get those to incorporate into this canvas. So I decided not to start with the wolf, which is where I was going to start. I said, you know what? I'm just going to start at the top right corner only because I'm going to wait for those pixie drills to come in. And a lot of people start at the bottom right. I don't. I usually start wherever my eyes go right away, which is the wolf. But I'm going to leave him because I'm going to wait for those 5200 glow. All right, so the first thing I do is I section off where I want to bling. So let me get this washi started. This is a new washi tape and I can't even see where it begins. So let me figure that out. Let's see here. Shouldn't be that hard. Go across. Wow, look at that. Look at this, guys. I can't even figure out where it starts. Usually it pops right up. All right, so give me a minute. Let's see. Oh, looks like it's right here. I see it. Okay. So here, the first thing I do is I section off where I want to bling. All right, and I want to bling that flower. So I'm going to section off there. I'm going to try and get me, this canvas is pretty big, so let me get it situated on the table. There we go. All right, and I have my scissors right here. I also have a ruler right here. All right, so here we go. And I have a trash bag over here too. I always keep a trash bag when I'm kitting up and when I'm working on my bling. All right. Also, make sure you have a tray that's light. I have a white one, right? So when I want to look at some of the specialty drills, if it's dark, I put it in a white tray to make sure it's the color that I want. Or I also have a small one. This is Great Lakes Retreat from 2022, Archer's Art. Love that tray. So I have that one. I have this white one. And I have Nick's Notions 2022. This will be a dark tray that I'll use to look at light bling. All right, so here we go. So let's section off. So the first thing I do is I get the area sectioned off because if I do start the canvas, I want to make sure if I don't start with the bling section that I don't put drills in that area because I like to lay the bling first, right? So if I was doing this canvas right now, I would start in this section because I don't plan to bling that other than whatever's already there, okay? So again, I'm focused right now on this flower, okay, which is all right here. So that's the first section. So I'm going to go through and get that sectioned off. So I would actually bling it probably right up into this point right here. Right there would be where I would stop. Perfect. All right, so I'll show you guys how I do it. Again, remember, everybody's different, but this is how I do it. And for me, I actually take the time up front to think about the bling. And it takes me a little bit of time. Well, this one, though, I'm not going to bling too much. I'm trying to hold myself to about 10 replacements, so we'll see how I do. All right, so we're not done there. Again, I like to just section off the area for bling, so it'll go cat a corner here. So I'll actually take off this piece like right about here. So like right about here. All right, and then I'll just put it on here. And again, I know this little section here, it doesn't bother me, but I know if I'm working on it, I would not go into this section, or I would start with this section and then work my way over here. And that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with the flower first. I'll do the same thing on the other side. I just want to section off where I'm going to bling. All right. And again, I'm going to start with right in there. Sometimes some washi is not as forgiving as others. So I'll do it in 2 slices. And it's just washi tape, so it's not a big deal. Right, and then here, I would put a piece like right there. So I'll know. Sometimes when I sit down and I'm close to it, I don't see it the way I see it when I'm far back. Like right now, and I see exactly. And I do the trim of the area that I'm going to bling before I do the filling. Just like when I was little, I would do outlining before I actually started coloring. So it's the same way to me. So here, and this one, I'm going to stop it. See, I'm going to go around like that. So I'll just put a piece here. And I'll know exactly. All right, so that's that. Now, that's one section. Now, normally I will go straight across. But I don't want to lose sight that I also want to bling the dream catcher here. I want to bling that. Now, I'm debating if I want to bling the inside or do I want to bling here. I think I'm going to bling the inside. So for that, you know what? It's a lot of the same colors in there. So I'm going to, and I don't have to section that off because that's pretty well defined. It's round, so it's pretty well defined. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a piece here. Let me go there and I'll cut that little tip. So right here. I'll go across. All right, and then, like I said, that's round, so I don't need to do anything there. All right, now looking at that section, the next thing I would do is I have my iPad, and I'm going to look at what I want to add in here. So like I said, looking at it, I already have 3, which is an AB. I want to leave that. I want to use that. All right. The first thing that I'm drawn to is this sort of like yellowish here. And it's 2 different symbols. So I'm going to look at the one that's dominant, which is the one that has this up arrow. I want to change that. In the first color that I see when I look at it, I'm going to show you what I see. And again, remember, I'm trying to stick to 10, so I have to be careful on what I'm using. Again, I have pictures of it all over the place. So I'm thinking in that section, what I want to use, and let me just tell you guys what the DMC is. It's DMC 676. So I'm going to get my iPad right now, and I have my notepad up, right? So I got my iPad, and I'm going to type in the name of the painting, right? Okay. The name of the event. All right. Now, I'm going to do a grid, and these are going to be replacements. And I'm going to do my best to stick to, matter of fact, I am going to stick to 10. I'm going to stick to 10 replacements. So the first one I'm going to replace is DMC 676. And what I see there, the color I see, and I'm not even going to look at the drill, the color that I want to put there, just looking at it, is, I'll tell you right now. Let's see if I have it here. Let's see. No. It is, I'm going to go a little bit lighter. I don't have it here. I want to use Sunshine, which I have in another painting, but I do have some in my drawer. So I'm going to go and grab it. So you guys hold tight. I'm also thinking about, you know what? No, I'm going to use Heaven. And I'm going to use Heaven because Heaven kind of draws in the colors that are around it. It has a hint of all those colors. So I'm going to use Heaven. So let me just show you guys what Heaven looks like. So it might be too much light here. Let me see if I can tone it down a little bit. You might be able to see it better. No. Let's see. Maybe you guys can see that. You see it? So I'm going to use Heaven. I think Heaven will look good there. So that's the first one. So now I'm going to come back over here. And maybe I'll turn some of this light out. You guys might be able to see it better. I think the light that I need out is over here. Hold tight. Okay, let's see. All right, so we're going to use Heaven. So DMC 676, and I'm going to say feather, top right feather. DMC 676, replace with Heaven. All right, now before I move, I'm going to look down because remember what I said, guys. I want to do the dream catcher, okay? Let's see if I can get this light a little different for you guys. I'm going to turn this light out. Might be a little dark, but it'll be better. Okay, so the dream catcher, let me move this down some. The dream catcher, I'm going to see if that same symbol is down in the dream catcher, and it is not. It's not here. Okay, in the dream catcher, what I want to do is, only because it's this whole circle here, I'm definitely going to do something in here. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm looking to see if there's any specialty drills, and there isn't. So what I'm going to do is I want to do this symbol here. Let's see what that symbol is. It's symbol, what DMC is it? Let me find it on the legend. DMC 300. I'm debating DMC 300 or DMC 400. So I'm going to pick one. Do I want to do 400 or 300? And let me show you what those colors are. All right. So here is 400. So 400 is this dark color here. And 300 is also a dark color. It's pretty dark. Is this one here. So if I look at them next to each other, 300 is up above. 300 is here. 400 is here. All right. And I think what I want to do is, because I want to bring some gold out of here. Let me look at one more symbol, which is 435. So 435 is this one. I'm going to replace that one. So I'm going to replace DMC 435. And I'm going to first, what is it? It's the Dream, I'm going to call it Dream Catcher far right. Okay. And I'm going to do DMC 435. And I'm going to replace that with, it's one of my favorite colors, guys. I'm going to replace it with Square Metallic Pyrite. Okay, perfect. All right, so that's DMC 435. And that symbol is, it's mixed in, but it's a good amount of it. It'll give it some good shine. It'll give it some good shine. And I am going to leave. I want to do some other things with the blues in here. The blues are catching my eye. But I'm going to come back to the blue because there's a lot of blue on this canvas and some other spots. And I think the blue I want to replace just looking at it. So far I have two. All right, let me put Heaven back up. So I have Heaven and I have Metallic Pyrite. So let me put the Heaven back. All right, I'm trying not to go too crazy. So that's two. Now the blue that I like, the one I want to replace is this check here. And that's DMC 803. And that is one of my favorite colors, guys. I want Pixie there. I definitely want Pixie there. So let me see. I think I had Pixie. I might just go with a Pixie 803. Just replace it completely with Pixie. I like 336 too, though. Let me see. I might do 336 there. Let me take a look. So what I'm going to do is just grab 803, right? Just so you guys can see it. I know what it looks like because I love that color. You guys see 803 there? That's a pretty blue. 803. Now, I'm looking around the canvas and it's quite a bit of 803. Doesn't mean that I need to replace it everywhere, okay? There's another dream catcher on this canvas, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace it in the dream catcher area. So I'm going to replace it in here, in the dream catcher, and just a bit going out, right? Because it blends, and it's not that much coming out, and they're going into other colors. So I'm definitely going to, and right over here, and it's a little section down below. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace that with Pixie 336. Pixie 336. So again, I'm coming over to my iPad and I'm going to say, I'm going to give it a little bit of a description just so I can remember. I'm going to say DMC. No, first, what's the item? Is Dreamcatcher far right. I'm in the same spot here. So I'm going to say DMC 803, replace with Pixie, right? 336. All right, so then what I'll do is, let me move my iPad back over here. And just to give you guys a glimpse of what that color looks like, show you. Dim the light some so you guys can see the color. Should be able to see it. Let's see, might be too much. Yeah, it might be too much light. What I'll do, there we go. Can you guys see it? Let me put it on white. That might be, that tray's too dark. Let me get it on a white tray. There we go. Let me put a little bit more in. And you should be able to see. Check it out. Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. Love it. Okay, so I'm liking that for that section there. And it's 2 dream catchers, right? It's another dream catcher far left. So I'm just going to repeat what I'm doing to this dream catcher on the far left. So here's the far left. So it's 1 here too. So this is where we are here. And then it's 1 here. Okay. So I'm liking that. So let's move that one over. So I have 3. Let's put this back over here. Let's get, all right. And I'm also going to see, trying to see if I want to do anything else. No, I think I got pyrite in there in that color. I think that's good. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come down the canvas a bit. So before and like I said, the dream catcher is pretty prominent. So I don't need to really section it off because I can see it. I don't need to section it. This kind of blends. So I want to kind of make sure I get that. All right. And I'm going to do this tonight. So I'll show you guys what that looks like tomorrow. Now I'm going to move the canvas down. You guys hold tight for a bit. It's a big canvas. So let me move it down. And I hope the lighting is good for you guys. I made it a little bit darker so we can see the colors. All right. So now, this part of the canvas, this down some. What I want to do is, so you see these golds in here. It's kind of gold, right? I want to blend some sparklers in those sections. So what I'm going to do is, again, you have some of the same symbols that are up in the flower at the top as well as in the dream catcher. So the one, let's see, the one I was looking at is remember DMC 400? So DMC 400, I chose not to replace that one. Remember this one is kind of dark. Remember that DMC 400? So what I'm going to do is, what's next to that? Next to that is the same symbol, just so you guys can see the colors again. Where's DMC 300? So you got, remember these two? 300 and 400. Okay, remember? And I decided to, what did I decide? And sometimes I got to go look back. I said, okay, wait a minute, because I want to make sure I'm trying to limit my colors. So I might have to do the same replacements that I did up in here. But I'm like, let me see. Nah, I think I can put something different in that section. I think I can. Because it's, let me see how many. It would give it some good coloring if I just use the same that I did above. But I want to give it a little bit of pop. A little bit of a different pop here. So I'm thinking I might want to do 738. So there is an AB here. It's number 1. Okay, so number 1. looks like this, if you guys can see it there. That's number 1. So I want to put something with it that's not going to overpower it. But what I'm seeing right now is actually right beside that number 1. That symbol here, that symbol is DMC 738. So DMC 738, let me see. It's quite a bit. Maybe I can just mix it in a bit. Let's see. I think that would look nice. Either that one, or I'm contemplating as we're looking at it, or DMC 437. So let's see DMC 437. DMC 437 looks like this. Okay. And the reason why I'm looking at that one is because DMC 738 is mostly up against an AB, which is already going to give it some pop. So I think I'm going to go with DMC. I'm just looking at another one real quick. I think I'm going to go with the DMC 437. So DMC 437 is here. Okay. It's mixed in here. It's mixed in here. And it's not too much of it. So I'm going to change DMC 437 and I'm going to put a sparkler. And I think the sparkler I'm going to use there is Bullion, which is, let's see, do I have that in here? I should. I do. There it is. Now it's going to change the color a little bit because it's a little bit darker than this, but I like it. We're going to use that one. Okay. I think that'll look good. So now I got 4. So I got to be careful because I don't have that, you know. I only got another 6 to go and I got a huge painting here. But I'll try to be consistent. Maybe when I go over to the next section, we'll have some of the same symbols and I might just keep the same replacements. All right, so let's write that replacement down. All right, so we said DMC 437. So let me come back over here. And now we're in the leaves. So let me type that up. All right, so I'm going to say, or they're not leaves, I'm sorry, they're feathers. Let me move back and see. They're feathers, feathers. So here in these feathers, here, and it's a little bit here, I'll replace that too. And it's up in the dream catcher. So I'm going to replace it in this whole section. And I might sprinkle. We'll see as I'm doing the painting. All right, so I'm going to say DMC 437. Replace with S for S, Bullion. Okay, I like it. I like it. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of washi there, which makes me pause to say, oh, I have replacements there. Because again, I can start talking and I'm like, oh, and honestly, if I put the wrong, let's just say I put the regular drill down, I don't take it up. I leave it. I leave it. All right, so let's do a little bit of, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to section this because I know that I want to bling these areas. And it starts like right about here. So in the feathers, because there's a lot of feathers in this painting, there's going to always be some bling. All right, so let's see. And then what I'll do is I'll just give it a little bit of a, I like this too. There's a lot going on there. I might be able to do something in there. But let me see what else I got going on in the painting before I come back here. Because again, that's what happens with me. I start one section and I'll have 10 items in one section. And I don't want to do that because I want to try and get this painting done in a reasonable time. All right, I'm just going to put, I'm going to do this as a section. Right? Because if I was starting at the bottom, I would do this section first. right here, because this gives me that color. And I would cut it off there. And it just helps me. Like, everybody's different, but it gives me sort of a pause so I can know I'm doing something there. And then here, just because I want to make sure. Let's see. No, I think I'm okay there because I would get that. I would know. Just here, because it makes me know I need to do something. And if I was starting at the bottom of this painting, I would section it off like this. And again, that's just for me, because what I do is I take a picture when I'm done and then I remove the tape. I don't need the tape anymore. Okay, so we have that there, and I know this is a little bit here. I know to do that. All right. And then I'll do just one here because I know I'm going to do the dream catcher, but I'll just put it here. And these mean something to me, and you'll see, like I said, everyone's different, but that means something to me. And again, when I get done, I take a picture on my iPad, and then I take the washi tape up, and I won't need it. Once I have the picture, it's like embedded in my head. It stays there. All right, now here we go. So now I'm going to move to the center of the canvas. So here we have, let me turn this back on so you guys can see it. Move that back down. All right, so here I want to bling. Here I'm going to bling, and I'm going to sprinkle in these feathers here. All right. Now I'm going to move over to her headdress and these feathers in here. All right. So again, if you're looking at this one, we're going to look at, I'm going to bling her headdress, the red that's coming up, the feathers. It's quite a bit. This section here. And then I'm going to stop. Okay. Over here to the left of the wolf, this will have the same bling as here. And those feathers will have the same bling that I'm going to do in the headdress and here. Okay, so let's go to her. Here we go. Now, I'm going to move these drills over so I can move the painting over a bit. And this is the bling I've chosen already. I'm going to put that here. I have a little section here. Put that there. Okay. All right. And let's see. Here we go. Now, let's move this over. Just until I get the painting moved over a bit. All right. Here we go. So I'm going to move these off the table so I can move it over. Okay. Now, right now, I can tell you, I see it right away. This symbol here is a downward right arrow. It's 817. You guys see it? 817. It's also over here. A little bit here. A little bit here. A little bit here. It's throughout a little bit. It's like mixed in. I'm going to replace that symbol completely. It's all in here. You have 3 here, which is an AB. You have another symbol that I already replaced, which is DMC. Which one is that? No, I didn't replace that one. The blue here I replaced. So that's just going to follow the same replacements that I did here. So it looks like the blue check, I'm going to replace that throughout the canvas so far. Yes, I am. Because it's here. It's here. Okay, so here we go. So let's section her off. So right now, I'm looking at and what I really want to focus on is this here right now. I want to focus on that. And I already have some replacements already in there. Right? And so let's see what this symbol is just while I'm here. So 141 is where I'm going to mix in Pixie 5200 Glow. But I want to use Pixie 5200 regular as well as Pixie 5200 Glow. So I'll figure that out as I'm going along, okay? So probably in her headdress, I'm not going to use it, the glow. I'm going to use the glow on the wolf. I'm just going to use regular Pixie, which is, remember I told you guys I don't like 141? So I'm going to be replacing 141 with Pixie. All right, so let me focus. Let me go back and focus. I got to focus. So right now I'm focusing here. So this C symbol, let me see what C is. So C is DMC 3756 and 3756. I'm going to replace that with 3325. Let me see, where else do we have C? So we have C in the wolf. C in the wolf. Yeah, I'm going to replace C completely. I'm going to replace C with 3325. That's one of my favorite colors. All right, let's see. So let me go to headdress, DMC, C, which is 3756. I'm going to replace that with, see, do I have it out here? Here's my Pixie 5200, guys. So I have that one out. So I'm going to put that with the other ones. And 3325. I don't have 3325 out, but I do have it in my drawer. So let me put that down here. Headdress DMC 3755 replaced with Crystal 3325. Okay, and then I'm going to replace 141 with Pixie 5200. And that's in her headdress up in here, right? Because the wolf, I'm going to put the glow in the wolf. Perfect. Now, I'm also going to follow the same bling that I used for, let's see, which DMC is that? It's a check mark, 803. So I'm going to copy that. DMC 803, I'm going to replace with 336 in the headdress. So let me put that here. Paste. Perfect. And then I'm going to also go with, let's see, DMC, is it 437? 437, yes. I'm going to do the same replacements for 437 in the headdress and the feathers as well. So the feather replacement, whatever I did over here, I'm going to do here. So remember, I have it on my iPad, so I just look at it. It says for the feathers, I'm replacing 803 with 336. I'm replacing 435 with metallic pyrite, and I'm replacing 437 with S for S bullion. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm not going to add any more. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing with the feathers at the bottom. So let me just push this up a bit. Show you guys. So move it over a bit. All right. So I'm going to follow the same bling that I'm using here. Right. I want to do that here. These two places. That's perfect. Right. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3. I'll follow the same bling. And then I'm going to use it here as well. And I'm adding another one, which is 3325 here. Her face, I'm going to leave it. I don't change faces too much. I might change the red, but I'll think about that. In her lips. So let's see. So headdress, let me just copy all of these down here. All right, it's the same one. So copy. Perfect. Okay. Here we go. Copy this here. Copy. And let's move that here. Perfect. Paste. Okay. So again, feathers will follow the same replacements. So you got, here's what's, I love this because you have it here, 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 feathers here. You also have over here, it'll follow the same. All right, so now, okay, I'm checking it out. Just making sure. And I don't even have to tape that off because it's all going to follow the same thing. So what I'll do, because these are the same replacements, I'm going to replace it everywhere. Because it's the same theme. So I'm going to replace those symbols everywhere. It makes it that much easier. So what I'll do after this is I'll pull those colors out and I'll put the bling in those containers. And I'll take their original drills and I'll put them in baggies just in case I decide not to use it somewhere as I'm going along. Because right now we're only talking about 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5200 and 5200 glow on what Pixie is the same to me. So I'm counting that as 1. So I only have 5 right now, which is good. That's good. That is good. All right, so let's take a look at, where's that red? Where is that red? Where is it? It is 817. Okay, so now let's go back. So remember I said I want to replace the red everywhere. So I'm going to replace that 817. And I'm going to replace that with, let's see. I'm trying to see if I want to go with a metallic. Or if I want to go with a pixie. I'm going to go with a pixie. I'm going to go with Pixie 666. Nice and easy. Pixie 666. Let's see. That's Pixie 666, which is a red. I want to do a metallic too, though. So if I want to do a metallic, I would do 498. So let me take a look at 498. 498. So I don't want to go too far off the reservation. Let's see. I'm thinking 498 might be good for, it's kind of a, it's a red, but it has like a pink undertone. I'm not going to mess with that one. I want to leave that. I think I want to leave that. But I am, let me see. 817. So here's 817. All right. So I'm going to brighten it up with this Pixie Dust 666. So let me type that one in. I'm also thinking about putting a crystal there too, though. So let me see. There is a crystal that I really like. Let me see this star. This one here. That star, let me see where that is. I see it. It's not too much, which is fine. I'm going to use as a crystal. Let me see. Hold on. I pulled it out. Here it is. I'm going to use this 3776. And I'm going to use that for this one. So it's going to change it a little bit, but I like it. I like it. So let's check that out. Let's write this one first. 817. Replace it with 666. And that's still in the headdress. It would be in the headdress and the feathers. Okay. So basically it would be replacing the symbol completely. Because it's not too much of it. Yeah. So I'm going to replace 817. DMC. 817. Replace it with Pixie. 666. Okay. So I'm at 6. Now this will be 7. All right. This will be 7 if I decide to do this one. Because don't forget, I still have the wolf. So I don't know. I'm not going to do this one because I'm already at 6. So I'm going to put this back. Because remember, I want to try and stay at 10. I want to try and stay at 10. I'll just leave it here for now. I'll leave it there. Shake it out so you guys can see what it looks like. Oh, it's gorgeous. You guys see it? It's gorgeous. Oh, I see it on the canvas. I don't know, guys. I might have to do it. It's gorgeous. Oh, my gosh. And now I'm liking it for the dream catcher. See the dilemma? It happens sometimes. Sometimes it happens, and I have to switch things around a little bit. I don't know. I like that. I like that. But I want our headdress to stand out a bit, so I think I am going to use this because it'll give it a nice pop with Pixie. So let me think. Let me see. If I was to do that, it would be, what's this symbol here? Maybe this, I'm looking in here and in here, here. So I kind of like that symbol there, 3853. So 3853, just to show you guys what it looks like. 3853. Now that one doesn't have a lot of colors or a lot of drills because it's in my smaller container. So let me find it. 3853. All right, here we go. Show you guys what that one looks like. So remember, this painting has 71 colors. So I have some of the packages that are smaller. I put them in here. And these are trays. This is from Bella Art de Nicole. And these are like little books, which is so cute. It'd be nice if I can get them out, right? Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. This one here. So this is how it looks here. You want to be careful when you're taking it out. I always try and do it with the Bella Art de Nicole symbol, like the book to the top, far left. And you want to kind of jimmy it out. These are good to travel with because they're tight. But you want to be careful so you don't pull it too much that it pops out and your drills go all over the place. All right, so here we go. So you guys see that color? And yes, I tried to coordinate it with the book. I'm going to replace that. I'm going to replace that with this. It'll change the color a little bit, but I like it. I like it. All right, so that, and it's not a lot of it, so it won't be too overpowering. All right, so that one there. And I might just do it in the headdress. I might not do it everywhere. Okay. So right now, I'm going to do it in the headdress. So that is DMC 3853. And I'm going to replace that with Crystal 3776. Okay. All right. So here we go. Put that one back in. So that goes with my replacements. Okay. Now, I am actually going to, I'm still in the headdress, okay? And I am going to add Original Sparkler. Have to do it, guys. Have to do it. Original Sparkler is going to replace, see. This symbol is 762. So 762. DMC 762. Replace. Now, I'm thinking I might go with clear because there's a lot of colors here. I'm thinking it's either going to be clear or Original Sparkler. So let me pull those out. This is clear. And it just depends on how much color I have. And here's Original Sparkler. So it's going to be one or the other. All right, so right now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, I only have 2 left. Okay, so now I said to myself, if I only have 2 left, I got one thing left to bling. And that one thing left is the wolf. All right, and the wolf, I'm not going to get to for a while because I'm going to wait for the Pixie 5200 Glow. And I'm going to start on the right side of the canvas, okay? So now we got the bling for all of this, the bling for here. I'm going to follow the same bling pattern for over here. And now I got the wolf. And in the wolf, I have 2 left, all right? So I'm already got Pixie. Okay, Pixie's going to be all in here. I already got 3325 is in the wolf. So that's blinged out. This is already blinged out down here. So in the wolf's body, I already have 1, 2, 3. All right, I don't really have to worry about the body because I already have what I need there. Okay, what I need to look at is here. Now looking there already, I have 1, 2, 1, 2. Do I have 3 replacements? Let's see. Let me pull the painting over so you guys can see what I'm looking at. And you notice I don't need washi anymore. I don't need washi anymore because the colors are pretty consistent across. I'm going to use the same bling. All right, so now what I'm looking at here is this here. And I already have 1, 2 replacements already. So I have 2. And I have some in the eyes already. That's 3. That's already planned. I have bling in here already. I'm already replacing those symbols. All right. I have the blue here. Remember, I changed that to pixie. I have this symbol here. So a lot of this I already have replaced. But I am going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to put pixie 310 in the eyes. Pixie 310. Pixie 310. Okay, I'm thinking because it depends on what I got to round it to. But I'm going to try the pixie 310. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do pixie 310 because I only have 2 left. And I see something else I want to do. I want to do in here that blue. It's like a bluish purple. I want to do that blue and I want to do the pink. All right, so the pink I want to do is, let's see, where's J? J is, oh, that's a Z. So I'm not going to do that. That's already done for me. That's a Z drill, which is DAC's version of Pixie. The other pink is 718. So 718, I'm going to do, oh man, what's the name of that color? Let's see if I have any of it out here. It's Amaretta, I think it's called. Let me see. What I pulled some out, but looks like I did not. Let me go grab it. And I want to do, so let me do that one first. It's a pink. Let me grab it. I think I have that here. Let's see. All right. Oh, there's another one. 2 pinks. That one. I'm going to do that one. That one's too dark. Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm going to do this one. I think I'm going to do that one. Might be too pinky. No, I think I like that. And it's not too much of it. It's not too much of it. So I'm going to do that one. And then I want to do, I already have bling. I already have a pixie here. I think I want to do, is A? I'm going to leave that one. I want that up. Where's the symbol here? I want to replace this one, which is, let's see, 826. I think I'm going to replace 826 with this S for S mystical. But I'm only going to do it up here. I'm only going to do it in this section here. Okay? That's it. Those 2. So what I'm going to do now, I'm not going to use this one. There was another pink I thought I had. There's another one. So let me see. Just making sure. I'm going to leave that. All right, let me see with that one. Just make sure it's just 826. Yeah. Just want to make sure that it's light enough. I want to make it too dark. So here's 826. Guys see it? 826. So 826, I'm going to grab, let's see, the white tray. Yeah, so see how when I take it out, it's got like a green hue in it. I don't want that. I want more blue. So I'm going to actually replace it with Serene because I want more of a blue color. This one gives me blues and greens and reds. So I don't want that one. I'm going to use Serene. Oh, I love Serene. It's a nice blue. Yeah, that's perfect. And it lightens it up a little bit. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to do Serene there. Okay, so let's do this. And let me write this up. Type it out. Okay. I'll move this out the way. Move this out the way. I'll got a drill in there. I'll get that out later. So let me go here. Then I'll say wolf. And I'm calling it forehead. Middle of forehead. Okay. And I'm replacing DMC. I said this one here, which is H, which is 718. With S for S. What is the name of that? Amaranth. Yeah. Some of these names are just like, oh. And then I'm going to do DMC to 803. DMC 803. Let me find the symbol here. No, sorry, 826. DMC 826. With Serene. S for S, Serene. S for S, Serene. Okay, so now that we got it, here's what I normally do. So I'm just about done. So now what I do is I throw the bling on the canvas in whatever section I'm going to put the majority of it. Again, because some of it is all over, but I throw it on, right, as much as I possibly can. So I got heaven. Heaven is, I can use a feather, any of the feathers. So let me put it, I want to get it in camera. So let's put it here. All right, and then we have dream catcher far right. We have pyrite. Get pyrite here. Let's put it there. Pyrite, and we got 336. 336 is the blue, and that blue is all over, but I'm gonna put it here since I can, I can see it, but it's all over. Put it here. It is all over. And then I'm gonna do 666 in that red. I'm gonna do pixie, and I'm gonna wait for the glow. I don't want this to fall, so I'm just gonna do it right there. And then I have 3776, and that's up here too, right there. And then we have 817, 666, we got that. And we got S for S or clear. I'm not sure which one yet I'm going to use, but I'm going to put it here. Okay, and we have bouillon, which I have 2 bouillons. I have one here that I was using. And I have that. Bouillon is, I'm going to put that, I'm going to actually put it here since it's in shot. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take a picture. All right, so I'm going to take a picture, and that just gives me an idea just in case, I'm a little tired one day and I forget. But that gives me an idea of the bling. And again, you see the washi tape. So after I take the picture, I'll take the washi tape off and then I'm ready to get started. All right, so I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed that. You had some fun with me, but now you'll see this picture come alive as I work on the bling as well as the regular drill. So I'm pretty excited about this one. It is beautiful colors. It's a big one, but it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so Howl at the Moon DP event, let's go. I'll check back in with you guys in about a week. All right, don't forget, guys, have fun and bling it up. Good night.